Hello everyone, Billy Throttle here. We're back with another custom run. We're gonna try the crit build on the Balladin. It's kind of like the last thing I normally intend to do whenever I have a Balladin, but it is kind of a supported build in some sense. So we have all or nothing. Let's maybe go over here for a minute. So we have all or nothing, where we don't do any base damage, but we do big crit damage, and it gets buffed by effects that apply plus X plus Y. I had issues with this before where I thought these effects included Must Circle and Spiness, and I'm not so sure. We will find out for sure because I am adding Must Circle with Orbrasion, and we also have Cleave Orb for some piercing. Each crit triggered causes Orb to pierce an additional enemy, and Cruciballos to put some extra crits on the board. Or triggers a crit. Maybe this isn't the one we want. Triggers a crit every 6 hit, one drawn crit once. That just adds one. I think we wanted this one. Cruciball. Every attack is a crit. Convert every 8 pegs hit to a crit. Okay, we wanted more crits on the board. So yeah, let's start there. And then for the relics, we have our base Balladin relic. We have Light Shaft Potion, so refreshes also trigger crits. Shrewd Scales, just to give us some more, some of the Must Circle and Spiness, which will hopefully buff the all or nothing, which we'll see. Critical Equilibrium, so, we get extra crits on the board. If we have more if our crit damage is higher, and if not, it will go the other route. And then Augur for some piercing. So we are kind of loading ourselves up again, as if you watched the last video, I'm trying to squeeze a couple of these out because I've been busy lately. And and I don't have time to grind Cruciball 18 at the moment, but all right, would I like a boost? Sure, I would like a boost. Well done steak, enhanced gunpowder, or improved cows. Let's take the well done steak. Enhanced gunpowder, we know it's really good, but I just think I want the little bit of healing that we might need, especially since we're running Orbrasion. So, good shot. All right, so we have to hit a crit for this to do any damage. It'll be the real test next time around. I guess I don't have to fire directly at crits with Orbrasion, because this does buff itself, and it does it in real time within the battle, so that doesn't wait till after the shot, which is nice. All right, so we didn't get to see Critical Equilibrium, or not Critical Equilibrium, all or nothing with some Must Circle and Spiness. So upgrade. Yeah, it looks like Orbrasion. Well, yeah, let's do this. We're really trying to lean into that crit portion of this build. Let's shoot at the gold and see what happens. Guess I really don't know which way I want to go. So we are going to do damage to ourselves for sure with Orbrasion, but I used to avoid Orbrasion, but it is really good. Okay, so we got a 19 right now. So yeah, this is going to make me have to go back and test the other one that I'm thinking of, which I am drawing a blank on right now, but it does the same thing with base damage, because I could have swore the last time I ran that the Must Circle and Spiness didn't affect it, and I thought it should have. I probably, if I was going to start this run again, could have went back and added is it like Monster Die? Is that the one that like changes the amount of damage? Randomly, because I know the last time I ran the the not all or nothing, but the one that does the like for regular damage. That one, the monster die that adds like plus or minus +4 from +4 to -2. That one, that one I know buffed it a bunch. So okay, we could still head back to the shop. We don't have a ton of money. We don't know if we're going to see fights along the way. There is another shop down here. Let's just maybe save our money for that other shop. Gotta remember we have Augur here too, so this should pierce a few of these guys here. So where's our, and we don't really need, well, I guess the crit just helps this guy with damage, but we don't need a 4 piercing since there's only one guy left. We are free to go to the left. All right, if you have Bulwark remaining after battle, gain 2 max health. That would be nice. Unfortunately, we're probably going to eat into that a lot with Abrasion, but I'll take any extra max health that I can get, though. Let's see, remove random orb. I mean, Pebble, we definitely can't let him take all or nothing. That's kind of the only one. I guess Cleave Orb kind of became a little bit redundant when we added Augur. This is kind of nice just for getting less extra crits on the board, but you know what? Remove random orb. You know what? That's fantastic. I said that one felt a little redundant with what we were doing anyways, so. As I unfortunately didn't get any triggers there. Yeah, so base damage 11. Okay, now we have 2 balance, so that should be 2 must circle, 2 spiness. So if we go if we go to the board, 4x plus y, so 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1. Yeah, so that all makes sense. I am going to have to test the other one now after this too, because it bugs me because I was really relying on it. I remember I was really relying on it that run and that wasn't working. And I went, I guess I misunderstood this. And I don't know if it was a bug at the time or what, because they're beating me up, guys. Alright, so I do need to hit the crit. Wasn't in a ideal spot, but up to 0.41 already, so. Let's see. Accentuate. I mean, that's more ways to add some must circle. I think we're going to try to keep like a tight little deck. Must circle, crits, you know, payoff. So. And we have a shop coming up. We have 118 gold, so we have options to do things here. Okay, this would add a little bit of extra damage for all or nothing. Well, actually, I say a little bit. It would add 4 extra damage right off the bat. Cookie would be nice. Not that we're healing a ton, but I think we'll take Basic Blade for some extra damage on all or nothing, and Cookie for just a little bit of healing. As for now, as I don't like having the Pebble, but we can skip by it. Wall bounce contribute to damage. Whenever we're doing like 50 damage wall bounces with all or nothing, I'm sure I'll be happy. All right. Yeah, so we added basic blade +1, so that adds 4 to the crit, so. And we left the refresh if we need it, which we may not. All right, let's work on upgrading. Whenever you lose health, deal 7 times that amount. I don't think we want Powder Collector, so we will take Ring of Pain. And actually, we'll be pinging them down with Abrasion a little bit. You gotta be kidding me. Oh well. Well, I do not know if I will hit this crit. I had my board lit up, so I was like, I'm good, right? But no, that doesn't carry through when you do that. No, let's skip by there. We should be okay. Could have just shot the Pebble. Okay. No, so no more shops. Let's upgrade. What do you do on upgrade? Just, let's see. Every attack is a crit. Convert first peg hit. Okay, so now we add convert first peg hit on top of where we're at. Let's just juice all or nothing right now. All right, let's see if we can go to the elite over here. All right, I think we skip straight to all or nothing. We've got a crit in a reasonable spot, and hopefully we just rip through these guys with a 0.33 already. Whenever an enemy's defeated, refresh the board, or whenever you lose your last bulwark, gain 1 balance. Let's just take the refresh. Both were nice, but because we will probably be losing our last bulwark pretty often just through abrasion. Ooh, okay, I was gonna skip. Okay, I was gonna say, where's my crit? It's not on the board because we're not shooting all or nothing. But I think we're gonna shoot this first. I'm still aiming at the bat, which I shouldn't. Doesn't matter, which means we'll probably just hit something up here, but I'm not sure what yet. Yeah, so this shot could be a dud if we don't hit the crit. Thank God we did. Ring of Pain doing a little bit of work. I don't think we're hitting either of those crits right now, so. Ice Circle's kind of another crit-based orb since it pierces on crit. I don't hate that one. It kind of fits with the build. Maybe that was a better call than the... Well, as I say, we had Augur for piercing, so... maybe we'll just pass on it right now. Alright, I see early access to a crit, so let's go all or nothing. Oh, come on, the last guy was hitting it. Okay. It didn't look like it wanted to hit it there. Don't see an easy to hit crit, so I won't skip to all or nothing. Refreshes also work as crits here, so yeah, all or nothing gets juiced really quick. Let's double upgrade this. Leave the rest for later. That'll help with Cookie. Board contains 10 additional refreshes, yada yada. Unpretentious Pendant. That's normally what we'd be looking for in a Baladin build. Our Viridian Trinket. Gravity's reversed. We're not looking to do that right now. We're never looking to do that, pretty much. So we will take Leaf the rest for later for Cookie healing. And next act contains no treasure nodes. Next act purchase will cost some HP instead of gold. We just take Orbert's Nightmare. All right, straight to all or nothing since we have easy access to a crit. I guess all the extra refreshes count as crits though, so that's something for me to keep in mind. All right, we're gonna get rid of Pebball. Didn't really make room for navigating. I got a chest on the left, chest on the right. A lot of events, which could be scary because if they do become orb removals, I guess there's a slight chance we can't get rid of our Pebball, or if we get rid of our Pebball, then let's get rid of something else, which we kind of don't want to go any lower than what we have. But these are just a bunch of fights, and they just kind of feel, I don't say useless, and the shop's stacked up here, which is unfortunate. All right, we'll go left, but you know, that left, the one that's to the right. Ouch. I think Cookie's gonna help us with healing, so we might actually go the double. We might just save up a bunch of gold and just go the double shop route at the end of this act. Oh, we didn't really have it. I'm in a hurry to shoot all or nothing, but when you don't have scaling on it, it's not the best. That is something I will need to keep in mind. Can't rush all or nothing. I think all or nothing's probably juiced enough. Okay, we will take a heal there. Duplication potion, when things they move, they leave a stationary copy. That seems okay. There's this monster training. There's another one. I think I may have called it monster training earlier. The one that's like the dice that is it dungeon die? No, is that a game? Maybe we take duplication potion. Do you want to go right? Okay, so we have our unjuiced all or nothing. It's still I say unjuiced, it's still a 0-8, 18. So it's not bad, but We just know I can get so much higher. Okay, no healing. And yeah, you can see we're slowly gaining a little bit of HP from the nightcap. Yeah, that was nice enough to knock out those front couple. Alright, so we have to guarantee the crit, which we can do with our refreshes. Bully Ball would be interesting here too. Just Abrasion, you know, is a nice kind of combo with Abrasion, doing a lot of self damage, but we're doing other things. And like I said, I think Bully Ball's been changed in one of the more recent updates where it does self damage itself and it increases. I don't remember doing that in the past, so I guess just beware if you take it. The unjuiced. All or nothing. Let's just get back around to the top of the order. Alright, so we're up to the 040. And Ring of Pain brings it home. Alright, so we do have Painter. See, nothing to upgrade. Like I said, I think we're heading down to double shops just because, yeah. Every 3 times the board refresh, game 1 must circle. That is fantastic with leave the rest for later. Pincher maneuver, no. Puppet, prevent the first time you lose health, no. The broccoli is fantastic. I was waiting for this crit, but our refreshes would have got us there anyways, so. Alright, we're just gonna skip the Abrasion for the moment and see if we can get out of here with some ball work. And it got stuck. All right, let's attempt to go left. Okay, I did forget I took Orbert's Nightmare. I was gonna say, am I just getting like that kind of luck? But no, we took it, so we're good. Alright, we heal on the refresh. We get a little bit of balance on the refresh. All right. I saving my money. I'm not worried about healing. Sasha Focus. Betsy's Hedge. Tax gain +2/+0 for every crit on the board. Does that go crazy with all or nothing? I think it might. Normally this is like, yeah, this might be good here. It's gonna be, we'd have to do some math to figure it out, but I think we're gonna take this. It's kind of it's an interesting call. All right, decoy orb, and we're going to the shops. We got 3 relics. It would be nice, I say, to get rid of that pebble, but it really is not necessary. Training weight, I think that's a for sure take. After losing health from self-damage, gain bulwark equal to 2 times health lost. So we are self-damaging ourselves with abrasion. Losing, okay, so it does specifically say losing health, so maybe that doesn't count if I have must circle. Gain bulwark equal to 2 times the health lost. So we're doing 2 self-damage. It's interesting. I wonder if we just take like, these are all really good. Like these could all probably fit on the team. The crit damage is less important to us though than just the base must circle for all or nothing. So that one's probably lower priority. Special button. I mean, we already have an extra crit from critical equilibrium and from our orbs that we have that are adding them to the board. Maybe take this Bastion reaction and then go to the next shop, see what's there. We do also have duplication potion, so we could go crazy with reorganizer, but we already know that that's a really good build. So let's maybe, do we stay away from that? I mean, that's also a way to get a ton of crits on the board. It's a way to put a ton of crits on the board. Oh, I think we have to do that. That actually, especially since we just took Betsy's Hedge, we have to take that. Okay, so what do we have here? Refreshes and crits contribute to damage 3 times. That's, I mean, especially now that we have kind of the duplication potion and the reorganizer combo, that's going to make everything a lot stronger. I guess if I'm doing anything here, it has to be Strange Brew. Okay, we may have just gotten a little nutty here. We'll see. Okay, so we're already 0.48, and that's because of Betsy's Hedge. So that was before even adding any abrasion damage. We're probably going to kill the paintings a lot, because with the Ring of Pain. I want to get the board filled with a ton of stuff, and then a ton of crits. And see the all or nothing damage. It's gonna probably need to be upgraded before it really goes... I say before it goes crazy, but I guess we're duplicating a lot of refreshes at the moment. But... Alright, 0-250. So all or nothing. And you can see here it would have been a 0-300. Alright, Reorganizer's getting an upgrade. It'll get us another upgrade shortly. Gain 3 balance, start a battle. I mean, we'll probably take that. We will want to get rid of Pebball at that point. I don't want Cursed Mass. I don't want Constricting Chains. So yeah, let's do Sealed Conviction. Start the next act by fighting another boss from this act with no rewards after it. Enemies will gain a must circle every time other time you fire, or yeah, let's just knock it out. Let's do second boss fest. Got the gold dragon waiting for us after the wall. All right, so we unfortunately, like I said, we cannot skip anything now, but so we'll just try to get rid of that pebble so we don't have to worry about it. All right, I have to assume all or nothing, probably just kills here. Especially with broccoli, we're gaining a bunch of extra must circle, so like where I see this build stumbling in Act 4 is just you know, just multi-ball, not having multi-ball. I guess there's probably still a chance for it. I don't know what options for multi-ball are all available. For boss rewards, I know certain things aren't available to everybody. But like destroying all of the seals could be an issue here. I think we take another all or nothing at this point too. Let's see, copy, randomly remove half. No, so we have to take the mirror orb. Mirror orb could be good or bad. Let's try to go left. We would like to get to that shop. Might be another shop later, which maybe we get rid of mirror orb at that point too. And I'm pretty sure one of our first options at the beginning of this run was ambidextrous, so I don't believe that one's on the table now. We have to wait on upgrading if we want removals. Just trying to sneak out like an extra piece of gold or two. How's Reorganizer keep being like the first one we fire? Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gaining must circle from the abrasion triggers. I think it's when we're taking true self damage, not just damage that's being blocked by our bulwark. We're still saving up money. We're going to the left. That's been okay. That was possibly a mirror orb there, but still, it's like weird. That keeps hitting first. All or nothing will finish the job. Okay. Ooh, okay. At least we didn't navigate the wrong way. And we'll see if there's another shop. In fact, cause you to gain must circle, gain 2 bulwark. Okay. We're 2 gold short from like affording both. After you attack, the attacker receives 5 times remaining bulwark. That's not needed. Assault totem, too late, and we don't have the money. Counterfeit crits is interesting. Oh, here's the other one I was talking about. Extraordinary. I was drawing a blank on it. I swear this was not being affected by must circle and spiness last time I took it. And it was so disappointing because I was really psyched to take it, and like it just wasn't adding up. And It looks like it is being affected currently. You can see the green 6. That's not the normal damage. No, well, I guess we do have the basic blade, so I guess that's what's doing it at the moment. But oh, okay. Is there another shop that we can get to? There is another shop. You know what? If we go right, we should be able to get that. I kind of want this. Gain must circle, gain bulwark. Yes, let's do that. We won't be able to get rid of both of our orbs. We do have to navigate correctly, though. That could be an issue. I'm not really great at navigating off this stage for some reason, but looks like we got it. I swear, I don't think it should be as high as it was. I guess we had 12 bulwark at the end there, but even before, I feel like we didn't have enough. The crits must be adding up quick. Okay, save our money. Extra refresh. I mean, we already have leave the rest for later, so, but we will take it. Okay, and we want to remove, and I guess remove Pebble because Mirror could hit something good. And then hopefully we remove an orb. No, that works too. Is there any reason to remove anything else? We definitely want the all or nothings. We definitely want Reorbanizer. I think we still want Cruciball. Even though we have Reorbanizer, because this will just put more crits on the board that can then be shuffled. Although we have refreshes also trigger crits. Well, I guess we do want them on the board because Betsy's Hedge pumps numbers. So let's take Meorb just to take a little bit of the variable out of it. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to gain a bunch of gold here. Would have liked some gold. Let's upgrade stuff. Create 2 gold when the board refresh. That sounds fantastic. I think we got rid of our Pebballs, but no reason to pass it up. Doesn't hurt us to have it. Upgrade. I mean, I guess we're here to do all or nothing stuff, but this does just make things silly. Let's upgrade this. We'll upgrade the other one after this fight for sure. Sometimes when you get the orbs that do like super high damage numbers, like all or nothing, you expect them to like kill in one shot here, which I know it won't, especially since I'm kind of shooting halfway down the mountain here to make, I would say, to avoid going down this hole, but also making sure we hit a crit or a refresh since they work as crits too. But all right, we're gonna load the board up for this next one though. Next one might kill if we add enough. 346, yeah. Yeah, this one kills though. We will accept the challenge. Another all or nothing. I kind of don't mind it. Because, I mean, that's mainly what we're trying to do here. Upgrade, we'll upgrade. Oh, Tender Cactus. I mean, that's our way around Intangible. And we have so many refreshes on the board that act as crits that we should get to those high damage numbers really quick. So I think Tender Cactus is the call here. These numbers are going to get bonkers with once we start getting a little bit of Must Circle and Spiness. All right, we're at 0, 153. Let's make sure the first thing we hit is going to cause a crit. So we lose out on our piercing, but I don't, well, I guess like meaningful piercing, but that probably doesn't really matter at this point. Although I guess taking all of the all or nothings kind of making it harder to get the things like a Reorbanizer that's kind of helping skill damage a bunch. We'll keep that in mind. Maybe there's... I guess it's just like kind of like the first time through there where it's an issue, where the rest of the times it's probably worthwhile. They keep showing them to us. They're like, you never take us. Here, take them all. All right, what do we do here? I would say we don't need the upgrade, so we don't even have that option. 3 orbs to remove. I think if we're going to remove anything, we could possibly do it in the shop, depending on price. I know things are expensive here, but... so it's increase max health by 20 or creativity. Add 1 of 3 rare relics. I think the vitality, our last run, we probably still wouldn't have won if we'd taken it, but we would have given them a much... we would have gotten a lot closer with it. We didn't have extra HP like we do now. $828. All orbs have persist. We don't want that, especially with no discards. Deal extra damage along your orbs are in flight. Actually, I don't know exactly how that's going to work with Tender Cactus. We'll just take the extra refreshes. Never have too many refreshes. All right, we can't afford anything good at the shop. We'll take some shop sounds though, real quick. I say I don't think we need to add anything extra. Refresh circle could have maybe been interesting, but I think we're focusing on the all or nothings right now. Okay, so we got through the first guy already. Time to litter the board with refreshes and crits. Doesn't do damage, but it really like loads everything up. It's where we wish we had all or nothing, but all right. I say this might answer my question once we get to all or nothing. There is a 999 damage cap. Big sad, big sad. It should probably should be higher. I didn't pay attention because they died really quick there, but When applying positive stats, affects yourself, increase the amount applied by 1. Yeah, I mean, that's more must circle, more finesse, more balance, more ball work. We're gonna have some trouble with getting rid of these pegs, but it shouldn't really matter with Tender Cactus. We'll still do what we can, but we'll just kind of we'll knock him out. But since it seems like we're limited to 999 damage on Tender Cactus shots, it's probably good already, so. Yeah, our issue here is not having multi-ball. But we already took off, not just on this shot alone, I mean, in the first kind of volley too, we 100,000 off already. We do have to kind of hit the, this doesn't do anything until it hits a crit or refresh, since that crit's 2. There we go. All right, it's gonna be it's damn near impossible to miss a crit or a refresh right now, but all right, we should try to get rid of these fires, since they are eating into our max HP. Black holes are back already. Hit here first. I say it's tough to target black holes with only one orb, but I'm actually glad we took all of the extra all or nothings at this point. I was debating whether or not I needed all of them, but it's nice to have them now. I, for the life of me, cannot get over to this black hole peg, which makes the other ones kind of like guarded. Which we are kind of dying here, so that is worrisome for how strong we are. We are dying. bit over 300,000. We do heal every time we hit a refresh, so Cookie's saving us right now. All right. Now we can maybe get the fires. Hopefully we get it in these all of nothing shots. We only got about 100,000 there, so we'd have to have a good shot for this to be the kill shot, but I think we may... I think we're gonna get there. I say, unfortunately our all or nothing's all bulked up down the bottom, but that would have been a nice orb to finish this off with. I mean, maybe we will still. I could fire this off into the black hole. I say, what if I died? What if I died to that? All right, we'll let all or nothing finish the job. All right. I wish it would be so hard to calculate the all or nothing damage, what it should be. You know, I'd have to pause the screen and count the number of crits on the board for the Betsy's Hedge buff, you know, and our must circle's constantly changing, but you know, we hit a cap, which is unfortunate. Maybe it'd be nice if that cap was higher, but you gotta assume some people are gonna, I don't want to say I broke the game because I kind of put myself in the best case scenario for this to happen, but it's a shame if someone would get to that point and, you know, like they're held back by an artificial ceiling, but it is what it is. Everybody's playing the same game. Everybody's dealing with it. So I hope you enjoyed that run. I'm gonna hope to try to get a couple more of these out next week, a couple more custom runs. But I am going to be on vacation, so if I don't get to them because of other responsibilities, I apologize. We still have Cruciballs 18, 19, 20, and 20 with Act 4 with the other characters, which we're going to try to finish. So we'll just have to take our time to get there. I've been playing some Oaken Tower in my spare time, and I have PoE 2, Path of Exile 2, looming over me, also wanting to be played. So I'm gonna see what pulls me in which direction, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that run. Feel free to come over and catch me over at Twitch, where I have been playing Oaken Tower, which is an auto battler. So if anybody's ever played the Bazaar, Super Auto Pets, Backpack Battles, it's in that ballpark, and it's a fantastic game. So hope you enjoyed that one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.